Ready, chat?
Doki Doki.
Oh, wait. What should our name be? Oh, Bo? We can do Bo.
Hey, Bo.
Bo is a good name. Well, I got a jug of water. I'm not too hungry, but in case I did get hungry, I got some brownies. Wait, I'm so dumb. I got a jug of water, but I don't have a glass to pour it in. I can pour it inside my bottle. Let me see if I can do that. Alright, I'm pretty dumb, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go wipe this mess up. My notebook! Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. What do you think of a way to come up with her voice?
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Bo.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Yeah. I kind of do that laugh. That's his 40s.
Have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content with just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world.
Alright, alright. I'll look for a few clubs and if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Hey!
I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out.
I thought you caught you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
You know what?
Well, that you come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Eh? Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well... I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, whoa, what a nice surprise.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. But don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Bo. Monika smiles sweetly. Do we know each other? Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels little. Hey, you too, Monika. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori.
Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen. I don't even know these words. Okay, chat. I'm trying. Dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate reused to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. Yuri turns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cup tray. Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider literature club? Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. How come you decided to start your own book club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budgets and publicity and how to prepare I need water. My lips are so dry. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. We're all awesome nods in agreement. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of new member joining. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. That is so me, bro. Someone mentions anime or manga when I was like in class, I'd be like that. I would never admit I was into it at all. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Oh, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. But she seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if the story makes you think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's why you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, did you write your own poems? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your hearts. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
Is that right, Will?
Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought...
Oh.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you may just scare me for a second. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Hey, Bo, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yeah.
With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Chat! This is it, chat. I think we need to make a poll. I don't know who to go with first. Yuri? Okay, I'm seeing lots of Yuris already. We might as well go with Yuri. Alright, chat, let's go with Yuri then. Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.